Hello, dear children. A warm welcome to our channel KCYC. Today we will learn the second lesson in English, The Thief Story, written by Ruskin Bond. Now, about the writer Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is an eminent contemporary Indian writer of British descent. He prolifically authored inspiring children's books and was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Award to honor his work of literature. Born on May 19, 1934 in Kasauli, India, he was the son of Edith Clark and Aubrey Bond. His father served in the Royal Air Force and frequently moved from place to place along with his son. When he was 8, his parents separated and his mother left him. After the sudden demise of his father, he moved to Dehradun where his grandmother raised him. The first 20 years of his life groomed him to be a good writer as it developed his personality in such a way. Despite his sufferings and lonely childhood, Bond developed an optimistic outlook on life. He chose the path of becoming an earnest writer that his father wished him to follow. Therefore, he found a solace in reading books, and that habit was also inculcated in him by his father. Some of his favorite reads include T.E. Lawrence, Charles Dickens, Charlotte Bronte, and Rudyard Kipling. He began to write his first novel at the age of 17, The Room on the Roof. Some of other notable works of Ruskin Bond include Blue Umbrella, A Flight of Pigeons, and Funny Side Up. His works have also been adapted for television and films. A BBC TV series is based on his debut novel, short story Susanna's Seven Husbands. Children, first we will see the summary of this lesson and then we will see the explanation. The summary is as Hari Singh was a young boy of 15 years, but he was a thief and a cheat. He met Anil, who was 25-year-old, at the wrestling match. He won Anil's confidence and came to his house as servant. Anil, who was a writer, did not earn much money. Hari Singh agreed to work for him only for food. Hari Singh did not know how to cook. The first meal that he cooked must have been very horrible, which was given to the stray dogs by Anil. But Hari's appealing smile made Anil give up his decision to turn him out. Hari Singh did odd jobs for Anil. In the morning, he would make tea for them, then he would go to the bazaar to bring day's supplies and often made profit of ₹1 a day one out of these purchases. Anil had no regular income. He earned something by writing articles and stories for magazine. But one day, Anil came home with a bundle of notes. He told Hari that he had earned 600 rupees by selling one of his books. Hari's mouth watered at the sight of money and he decided to steal the money. Anil had kept the money under the mattresses before going to sleep. At night, when Anil was fast asleep, Hari Singh took the money and ran out of the house. He went to the railway station to catch the rail train to Lucknow, but he couldn't catch it. He waited in the Maidan and thought over the whole thing. He understood that robbing a person or thieving is very easy, but earning a name in the society by learning to read and write is very difficult. He had forgotten the fact that Anil was trying to make a man out of him by teaching him to read and write. He then changed his decision, went home, kept back the money without being noticed, and then went to sleep. The next day, Anil gave him 50 rupees notes and also told him that he would be paid regularly, for he had made the money. Thus, Anil totally changed the fate of the thief. We will begin with the lesson. Open page number 8, lesson 1.2, The Thief Story. I was still a thief when I met Anil, and though only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. Now here I stands for thief. I is the narrator of the story, who is a thief, and the second character in this story is Anil. And though only 15, so how old was the thief? He was only 15 years old. But you can see that I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. Here, fairly successful hand means to be a master of a particular action. Now, in which action was the thief master? He was master in the skill of theft. Now, you can see here, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. You can use here as well as, or not only but also. I was not only an experienced but also fairly successful hand, or I was an experienced as well as fairly successful hand. Anil was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. So when the thief saw Anil, he went near him. And what was Anil doing at that time? He was watching a wrestling match. He was about 25. So the thief is telling that when he met Anil, Anil looked 25 years old. A tall, lean fellow, and he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. So here few adjectives are used for Anil. That is a tall, lean means thin, easygoing means the person who took life in a positive way, or the person who looked relaxed, kind and simple enough for my purpose. So what was the purpose of the thief? To rob him, to carry the act of theft. So Anil looked so simple that he can be easily robbed of. I hadn't had much luck of late. That means the thief was not very successful in his act of theft for the last few days or for the last time. And though thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. He thought that Anil was a person who was very easy to win the confidence of. That means he could win easily the confidence of Anil. Now here see, Anil was watching a wrestling match. This sentence is in the past continuous or past progressive tense. Anil is the subject, watching is the verb, and a wrestling match is the object. So now let us change it into passive voice. The passive will be a wrestling match was being watched by Anil. Next, here young is the adjective and the noun form of the young will be youth, Y-O-U-T-H. You look a bit of wrestler yourself, I said. A little flattery helps in making friends. Now this thief, who was very skilled at theft at the age of 15, he was of the point of view that if you praise someone, then it is very easy to make friendship. With that view, he said to Anil that he looked like a wrestler. So do you, he replied. Anil too replied that you too look like a wrestler, which put me off. That means he felt little bit. Now why did the thief felt little sad? Because the thief was thin. He was not as strong to be the wrestler. So do you, he replied, which put me off for a moment because at that time I was rather thin. Well, I said modestly. Modestly means very humbly. I do wrestle a bit. He said, bit means little. I also wrestle little. What's your name? Hari Singh. I lied. Now when Anil asked the thief his name, the thief said Hari Singh. I took a new name every month. This thief, Hari Singh, was not his real name. He had lied. And because he took every time whenever he went for robbing or looting or thieving, he took a new name. That kept me ahead of police and my employers. That is, because he took a new name every time, he couldn't be caught by the police, or even the employers couldn't lodge a complaint against him. After this introduction, Anil talked about the well-oiled wrestlers who were grunting, lifting and throwing each other about. Now see, the thief wanted to increase the friendship with Anil. Now they were first introduced and now they began to talk. Anil, because he had watched wrestling or he was a wrestler himself a little bit, he started talking about the wrestlers who were grunting. Grunting means making different sounds while wrestling, lifting and throwing each other about. I didn't have much to say as he had lied. He was not a wrestler. So he just had nothing to say about the wrestling because he had no much knowledge about wrestling. Anil walked away. He finished and Anil was now leaving the place. I followed casually. This thief too followed him in an informal manner. Hello again, he said. He stands for Anil. Anil again. When Anil saw the person following, he just asked. He wanted to ask, so he said, hello again. I gave him my most appealing smile. Appealing stands for attractive. I want to work for you, I said. But I can't pay you. Can't here can be replaced by able to. But I am unable to pay you. I thought that over for a minute. Perhaps I had misjudged my man. Misjudge. Here, miss is the prefix added to the word judge. Misjudge means incorrectly judged or had made a mistake in understanding the person. I asked, can you feed me? In return, Anil asked me a question. Can you cook? I can cook. I lied again. This was the second time. Remember, first time he had lied about his name. If you can cook, then maybe I can feed you. Here, feed is used as the verb form of noun food. He took me to his room over Jamna's feed shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. But the meal I cooked that night must have been terrible because Anil gave it to a stray dog. See, children, he had lied, so he couldn't cook the meal properly. And as a result, Anil had to give it to the street dog or stray dog. Stray dog, street dog, these are the words which come together, go hand in hand. And this is called as the collocations. There are many more words which we use as collocations. You know, we use heavy rain, then deep sleep. It can be fast rain or fast food, strong smell. These words go hand in hand, or we write them together, use them together, and these are the words which are collocated. Then, and told me to be off. To be off means to go away, because he had asked him to stay with him just because he could cook. But now, when the lie was disclosed, he told him to go away. But I just hung around. He just smiled in the most appealing way, and he couldn't help laughing. Later, he patted me on the head and said, never mind, he would teach me to cook. To cook here is used as an infinitive. He also taught me to write my name. He also taught me to write my name. I was also taught to write name by him. It will be in the passive voice. And said he would soon teach me to write whole sentences and to add numbers. See here, would is used as the past tense of will. I was grateful. I was very thankful to him. Can you change it to exclamatory? How thankful, how grateful I was. I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. Could is used as the modal auxiliary showing ability. The thief knew that once he learned to read and write, then he would be very successful in his work. And so he was ready to stay now. It was quite pleasant working for Anil. Now he started to live with Anil, and he found that it is very happy, or it is very joyful to stay with Anil. I made the tea in the morning. I here stands for the thief, and then would take my time buying the day's supplies. Now see, in the first paragraph, would was used as the past tense of will. Here, would is used as the habitual action, usually making a profit of about ₹1 a day. Now what happened? Every day he would go for buying some market things and all, and in these transactions he made some profit, a profit of maybe 1 or 2 rupees. I think he knew I made a little money this way, but he did not seem to mind. He thought that Anil knew that he is earning this way money. He is taking some money, but he was least bothered about that. Anil made money by fits and start. fits and start means in irregular interval. Sometimes he earned a lot of money and sometimes he did not. He would borrow 1 week. Would can be replaced by used to. He used to borrow 1 week. Lend the next. Borrow and lend are the antonyms or opposite words used here. He kept worrying about his next check, but as soon as it arrived, he would go out and celebrate. Arrive means he received here. You know what is the opposite of arrive? Yes, depart. But as soon as it arrived, he would go out and celebrate. Here you can change this sentence using no sooner than. No sooner did it arrive, then he would go out and celebrate. It seems he wrote for magazines, a queer way to make a living. How did Anil earn his living? He earned by writing to the magazines, and according to the thief, it was a strange way, it was a queer way of earning the money. One evening, he came home with a bundle of notes saying he had just sold a book to a publisher. At night, I saw him tuck the money under the mattress. Tuck means here keep safely. One evening, Anil brought some money and he told the thief, the boy, that he had received some money from the publisher, and then he kept it safely under the mattress. I had been working for Anil for almost a month and apart from cheating on the shopping had not done anything in my line of work. I had been working for Anil for almost a month. I had been working. This sentence is in the past perfect continuous tense. Apart from cheating on the shopping, had not done anything in my line of work. What was the line of work? That is theft. I had every opportunity for doing so. Now, because Anil had bought some money and kept it under the mattress, the boy thought that he could now earn the money. He could rob the money. Anil had given me a key to the door. Had given. It is past perfect tense. The passive will be a key to the door was given by Anil to me, or a key to the door was given to me by Anil, and I could come and go as I pleased. Means he was free to enter the house and he could go out of the house anytime he pleased. He was the most trusting person I had ever met. He means Anil. Anil was the most trusting. Means he had trust Anil person I had ever met. Here you can change the voice. He was the most trusting person I had ever met. No other person I had ever met was as trusting as Anil. It is in the positive degree. The comparative degree can be he was more trusting than any other person I had ever met. And that is why it was so difficult to rob him. Anil had kept full trust on the boy. And therefore, when you win the trust of somebody, it is very difficult to cheat that person. And so, the boy felt that it is very difficult to rob him. Can you change it into negative? That is why it was not so easy to rob him. It is easy to rob a greedy man because he can afford to be robbed. The person who has lot of money, if he is robbed, he is least bothered. But it is difficult to a careless man. Why it is difficult to rob a careless man? Because sometimes he doesn't even notice he has been robbed, because the person doesn't come to know that he has been robbed, and that takes all the pleasure out of the work. This work, the cheating a careless person doesn't give the satisfaction. Well, it is time I did some real work, I told myself. I am out of practice, and if I don't take the money, he will only waste it on his friends. After all, he doesn't even pay me. Now see, I am out of practice. Means for many days, this boy had not done any theft. And then he thought, if he doesn't take the money, anyhow Anil will spend it on his friend. So he thought that now it was a time for the action. After all, he doesn't even pay me. He did not receive any regular payment from Anil. So he thought now he would do this work. He doesn't even pay me. The question tag will be, does he? Anil was asleep. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. I sat up on the floor considering the situation. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed. Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. Even I had more marks on my face, though mine were mostly scars. Now he is thinking of the execution of the plan. At night, when he saw that Anil was asleep, a beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. It was night. He sat up on the floor and he is considering how he can do now. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. He thought that if he was able to take the money now, then he would be able to catch the express to Lucknow, which leaves at 10:30. Thinking that, he came out of the bed. He saw that Anil was still sleeping very peacefully. Anil's face was clear and unlined. That is, he was not worried. His face showed that he was not worried. The boy is telling that even he had more marks on his face. Means he looked aged than Anil, though mine were mostly scars. His scars. Scars means blemishes or marks left out after the wound has been healed. My hand slipped under the mattress, searching for the notes. See here, the word notes is a homograph. Note means to write down or to note down something, that is a verb. And the other note means the currency, paper currency. When I found them, I drew them out without a sound. Anil sighed in his sleep and turned on his side towards me. I was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. Startled me here means surprised and slightly frightened also. Then when he first tried to take the notes, he took the notes, but at the same time Anil turned towards him. Then after taking the notes, he came out of the room. When I was on the road, I began to run. I had the notes at my waist, WAIST. It is a homophone. Homophone of WESTWASTE. Held there by the string of my pyjamas. I slowed down to a walk and counted the notes. 600 rupees in 50s. He took the notes, he ran out of the room, and then after some time he slowed down, sat and counted. When he counted, what was the amount he had with him? The amount was 600 rupees, and it was a bundle of 50 rupees. He just thought, I could live like an oil-rich Arab for a week or two. When I reached the station, I did not stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but dashed straight to the platform. He ran towards the platform. Why did he run towards the platform? Because he wanted to catch the train to Lucknow. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. The train had still to pick up speed, and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages. But I hesitated. He just stopped for a moment. Understand? He was uncertain. Okay? For some reason. Means he couldn't take the quick decision. When he reached there, the train was just leaving the platform. Actually, he would have been able to catch it. But he just stopped. Why? He couldn't understand the reason. I can't explain. I am unable to explain. And I lost the chance to get away. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone on the deserted platform. Deserted means the platform was empty because the train had left. All the people who had boarded the train, and the platform was now empty. He was more or less alone there. There may be very few people on the platform. I had no idea where to spend the night. Why he had no idea where to spend the night? Because see, I had no friends. He had not made any friends in the city, believing that friends were more trouble than help. Because see, it is given there. If he would have made the friends, then what would have happened? He would have been noticed, or the people might have come to know that he was a thief. So he thought that friends would be of no help, but there would be trouble, and so he had never made any friendship in that town. And I did not want to make anyone curious by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. Now when the train left, he was alone there. He had left the house of Anil. Now there were only few options for him. One thing, he would have taken the help of the friends, but he had no friends. He was friendless. Next, secondly, he would have stayed in the hotel, but again there would have been the curiosity, why this person is staying in the hotel. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. And who was that man? Anil. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. Bazaar is an example of code mixing. It is a non-English word used in English language. When there is a bilingual or multilingual society, there is a use of code mixing. Now see, we use lecturebazi, herogiri, then Bharatiya Nari, Kaliyug, Karma. These are some non-English words frequently used in English language. So they are the examples of code mixing. In my short career as a thief, I made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. When the people lose their goods, they are cheated or they are robbed, what are their reactions? And this child, who was a thief, he knew how the reaction would be. The greedy man showed fear. If the man would be greedy and if he is robbed, he would be afraid of that. The rich man showed anger. The rich man would be very angry when he come to know that he has been robbed. The poor man showed acceptance. Poor man did not go to the police, did not complain, nothing. He just accepted the fact. He accepts the fact that he has been robbed. But I knew that Anil's face when he discovered the theft would show only a touch of sadness. He had been staying with Anil for a long time. So he knew Anil very nicely. He had studied him, he had observed Anil, and therefore he was sure that when Anil comes to know about the theft, he would not be afraid, he would not be angry, or even he would not accept the fact very easily. But there would be expressions of sadness. Sadness not for the loss of money. He would not be sad because he had lost the money, because he had been robbed, but for the loss of trust. He had showed trust in this man, and that man, if he had robs him, he would feel sad for him. I found myself in Maidan. Again, see, Maidan is an example of code mixing, and sat down on a bench. The night was chilly, it was cold. It was early November and little drizzle added to my discomfort. Here, dis is used as a prefix. Can you tell some words where dis is used as a prefix? Dishonest, discord, disimpact, disable, disapprove. You have to keep such words in mind. Soon it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pyjamas stuck to my skin because it had become wet, and a cold wind blew the rain across my face. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I felt the note. He just touched the notes. They were damp from the rain. They were wet because of the rain. Anil's money. In the morning, he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. He sat and he's thinking about Anil. When he felt the note, he thought that these were the Anil's money. And he thought that in the morning Anil would be very happy for getting the money, and he would have given this man 2 or 3 rupees and would have told him to go and watch the cinema. But now I had it all. I couldn't cook his meal, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences any more. Remember, he had learned there to cook the meals. Then he would go out and bring the goods for him. And even Anil was teaching him to write. I had forgotten about them. Forgotten about them means he had forgotten about the teachings of Anil. Anil was teaching him to read and write the words and sentences. This thief, this boy, he had totally forgotten about that. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. I had forgotten about them. This sentence is written in the past perfect tense. Whole sentence, complete sentence. He did not know anything about learning to read and write before he met Anil. But now Anil was teaching him, and he was about to teach him the whole sentence. Whole sentence, I knew, could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. It was a simple matter to steal. It was very easy to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught after stealing. Suppose you are caught, it is also very normal. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man was something else. It was something different. It was little bit difficult to understand. To steal and to be caught is easy, but to become a respectable person, to gain importance in the society is very, very difficult. The boy knew that, and he also knew that the teachings of Anil would earn him the respect. I should go back to Anil. I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. Now he had understood what was the importance of reading and writing. The stealing of money could be temporary joy, understand? But when he would learn to read and write, he would be a respectable person, he would earn some position in the society, and that will be more happiness. Now here see, steal, steal, is again the homophone of still and still and steel. I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous. Now he made the decision that he is going to go back to Anil's house. He will keep the money back in the place. I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous. He was feeling sad, for depressed little bit. How to do that? For it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. Undetected, that is unnoticed. Again, un is used as the prefix. You have to write down the words where un is used as the prefix. I opened the door quietly, then stood in the doorway in clouded moonlight. It was still night, it was a midnight. He went back to Anil's house, opened the door slowly, and then stood there thinking. Anil was still asleep. He had not noticed anything. I crept to the head of the bed, and my hands came up with the notes. I felt his breath on my hand. He was very close and he was going to keep the money back. I remained still quiet for a minute. See, steal and still. These are the homophones. I repeat. For a minute. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the notes. Here, the thief came back to Anil's house. He saw Anil was still sleeping. He took out the notes from his waist and he kept the money where they were. I awoke next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. He stretched out his hand towards me. There was a 50 rupees note between his fingers. So Anil held out a 50 rupees note towards him. My heart sank. He felt very depressed. He felt very nervous. I thought I had been discovered. The thief thought might be Anil must have come to know he had robbed the money last night. I made some money yesterday. He explained. Who explained? Anil. Anil told him he had made some money day before. Now you will be paid regularly. He assured the thief that he would get the payment from Anil regularly. My spirit rose. He became very happy. He became very hopeful. But when I took the note, I saw it was still wet from the night's rain. He thought Anil had not come to know that he had taken the money. But when the thief touched the note, they were damp, and so he knew that Anil had understood. Today we will start writing sentences. He said. He knew. Who knew? Anil knew the fact. Understand? But he did not care for that. He only was happy that the man had changed. But neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, and the smile came by itself. Remember the first time in the first meeting, there too the boy had smiled in an appealing way, but it was an artificial smile because he had to win Anil. But now he was true. He had totally changed from the mind, and therefore now when he smiled, it was a true smile. And the smile came by itself without any effort. He did not have to make any effort, any pain to smile today, because it was from the bottom of his heart. Children, the thief story, which has been written by Ruskin Bond, is a simple story with important message. There is a small-time thief who befriends a struggling author. In the plan of making a steal, Anil, the struggling author, is a good fellow who wants to teach Hari Singh, the thief, how to read and write. Slowly, Anil develops trust in Hari Singh, but Hari Singh has been waiting for the right moment to make a killing by doing what he is the best at. After stealing money from Anil, Hari Singh tries to go away forever, but some inner voice stops him from going away. He returns to Anil because he wants to live a life of respect. Anil does not show that he knew about the incident and accepts Hari Singh with open arms. Thus, a well-intentioned person tries to change a teenager who has diverted from the current path.